Hi everybody, this is Black Lion. Now, today I'm discussing types of visas in the UAE that you can apply for. There's been a lot of visas that have been published and have been announced, and they have come into action. They have already been into place, and people are really applying for these in terms of different categories. Now, I'm mentioning this because a couple of people may confuse some of them, and I hope I'm going to clarify a couple of these things in different types of visas in this video today. So if you're watching for the first time, thank you for joining in, and be sure to click the subscribe button so we could jump on board with more videos. Alright, let's go on to the first. One type of visa that everybody knows, almost everybody who's coming into Dubai knows, is the tourist visa. Now this one can be applied for through your travel agent, and you can have this visa. So many people do ask for assistance. I mean, how can I get this, or how do I? Usually it's done by travel agents from your country who have agents over here, and then also they can be done by your somebody over in the UAE who can approach a travel agent and arrange for you a tourist visa. And almost everybody knows this type of visa, and people have been applying for this. It usually takes 30 days also in terms of validity, or 3 months in terms of validity, or some even 2 weeks depending on what type of activity that you're planning to do in Dubai. Another visa is the residence visa or employment visa. Now this is the one that when you get employment, you are applicable to get this visa. So usually it's a procedure that it takes you to apply with the GDRFA and get your employment visa, and the residency stamped. So this employment visa is just one of them, and it's another common one because this is how people work in the UAE. One of them is the e-visa. E-visa is the one for the GCC residents. Now these ones, GCC, especially members from the GCC countries, can apply for these visas, and their durability is about 30. It's actually 30 days, and upon completion of 30 days, they can renew this visa and they can have it. So this is used by mostly GCC residents. Now there is the UAE Golden Visa. Now this is a little bit more, more prestige, because it lasts, as you know, it lasts 10 years, and it can be automatically, renewed. So it's kind of prestigious. It's kind of prestigious because it's one of the most craved for kind of visas in the UAE. Who can apply for the Golden Visas? These are investors, real estate developers or investors, students with graduates of 3.7 and above GPA. We're talking about business owners and entrepreneurs, engineers, UAE based engineers, that's what I mean, and also PhD holders. So this is so prestigious, and I mean, if you're within that category, then you can apply for the Golden Visa. It's the investor visa. You see, it's the UAE investor visa, real estate investor visa. Now this can be 10 years or 5 years. Now for those who want the 10 years investor visa, the requirements a little bit on the high side. I don't know whether high or low, it depends on who you are. It's about 10 million. You have to either open up a new real estate company and invest 10 million dirham into it, or you can be a part of or partner in a company that has invested an amount of about 10 million dirham. Then we have the Dubai Business Visa. Now, if you're the person who has set up a business in the UAE, I mean, you can qualify for getting this type of visa. So you make sure that you have a business that is running, because they're going to require a couple of things like your MOUs, memorandums of understanding, and so many things, a bank account, things like that. Or you can be a partner in a business that's already in the UAE. So all these documentations will be required. Another type of visa is the medical visa, Dubai medical visa. So this categorizes a couple of patients who would like to come and have treatment in the UAE. Maybe you have special appointments and so forth, and you want to have treatment in the UAE. So you can either apply for these in terms of single entry medical visa, or it can be multiple entry medical visa. So that's just another type of visa. The retirement visa. You see, now this one covers those who have retired, and they, if your age is a maximum of 55 years old, you can apply for this type of visa. Or as a retiree, you have bought a property of about 2 million dirham. I mean, that usually can be a house or a villa or an apartment. So if you buy a property of that amount of money, you've worked and you're ready to retire and you have 55 years old of age, or if not, you can have a savings of about 1 million dirham, you qualify for that kind of visa to retire in the UAE. Remote working visa. Now this visa, the remote working visa, is for those of you, it came around because of the pandemic, and there was a lot of, people were not moving around, and there was a lot of work from home and people working from different countries. So this visa is a 1-year visa that you can apply for, that people could apply for, and they're able to work from wherever they were in this world. So, but they maintain their residence in Dubai. It's given a 1-year tenure, but the requirements are such that you should have around 5,000 US dollars of salary, and that could be, you should also have a bank statement that you could be able to show. You should also be able to have proof of employment. You should be able to have a couple of things. And now there is a 1-year residency for those impacted by war. Now those impacted by war can apply for a 1-year residency. It can be whoever has been in a war conflict zone and would like to apply for this visa, that's just one of them. It's a 1-year one. And finally, now we can talk about the event visa. So those who want to attend events, like exhibitions, shows, trade shows, whatever it is, some kind of events. This is a little bit closer to the tourist visa that people apply for, except that this one isn't renewable. I mean, it's a done deal. You apply once and it's done. And that's just how this event visa works. Right. Now, I hope this kind of clarifies things about visas. I've made it a little bit snapshotty so you can know what visas are there. If you want to read more, if you want to understand all the details and the requirements, I'm going to leave a link for you to go and just search and find out from the right channels all the details that you require. And avoid being confused. Do not confuse types of visas, because you will end up being in problems. Apply for the right visa for the right person. Apply for the right visa for the right purpose, and provide the right requirements. Just apply for the right visa and make sure everything is streamlined, and things will hopefully go well for you. Alright, so I hope this helps up, and I hope this has given you some light. If you liked it, you can share with who might benefit. And well, thank you for watching until now. Cheers and bye.